Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. And you know, one of the very interesting things that I find about great salespeople is they don't rely on a canned presentation. No, they don't rely on a canned. Now, that doesn't mean they don't have one. They have one that they could use. But here's what I found very interesting. In all my travels of working with salespeople and getting to ride with salespeople, going on sales calls, listening on sales calls, speaking to salespeople at conferences and so forth, is that great salespeople have the ability to go where the customer wants to go. And I like this approach. And one of the things that I always talk about is you don't want to have a sales presentation. You never want to go in and have a sales presentation. That's not your sales call. You see, the best sales calls are not sales presentations, but they're discussions, they're conversations. And you see, the great salesperson knows their material so well. You see, not having a canned presentation, an average salesperson, a weak salesperson will say, oh, that means I don't have to prepare. I can just go in and shoot the breeze. No, that's the worst thing you can do. The great salesperson is prepared more than anybody. They're so prepared that they don't need the sales presentation. You see, many times what I find happening is that average salespeople, they go in with the sales presentation because they're not confident enough. They don't know their material well enough. They're letting the sales presentation guide them. The great salesperson knows, I don't need this sales presentation to guide me. I'm going to guide myself, and I'm going to allow the customer to actually guide me because I'm so confident that I'm going to allow the customer to guide me, and I'm going to go wherever they want to go, and out of that, I'm going to create an opportunity. Think about that for a moment. Great salespeople know their material so well that they do not need a sales presentation. So they can walk in with a series of questions, and that's really what it is. It's questions. Great salespeople ask questions. Average salespeople show sales materials. Big difference. They walk in, great salespeople, they walk in with questions, and they allow the customer to share, and they get the customer to build on what they share. They keep that dialogue going because it allows them to now understand what the customer wants to hear, not what they want to hear themselves say. Big difference here. I can't emphasize this enough. Do they have a canned presentation that if they need to go to, they can? Yeah, they do. But they rarely have to. And it's not to throw away all the marketing materials that have been built. They're there. It's kind of like the seatbelt in the car. You put your seatbelt on in the car, you hope you never need it because you want to arrive at your destination successfully. They view those marketing materials as kind of the seatbelt. They'll use it if they get into trouble, if they have a problem they can't figure out. But they intend to be able to navigate the process without. That doesn't mean they leave stuff out. No, they put so much stuff into it, it's unbelievable because they're so rock star solid. They know their stuff so well. They've studied that market. They've studied those marketing materials so well that they know them so well that they can just walk in and have a discussion. And what does it do? It helps the customer to feel much more relaxed. When the customer feels more relaxed, what do? They share more. Comes across a whole different way. It's why two salespeople selling the exact same thing can come out of the same customer with completely different results. The one customer comes out and says there's no business here. The other salesperson comes out with a big order. Because that second person went in with a conversation, a discussion, and came out with what the needs are that they can help them with. Yeah. One of the biggest differences between average and great, and just one of the 14 things great salespeople do. Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter, great selling.